right, man. Sketchpad Podcast. We back. Make sure you like, share, subscribe to the page. Hit the thumbs up button if you like the content. Also, too, if you want your stuff to be reviewed, links will be in the description. If you want your music to be reviewed on Sketchpad, a reaction, all that good stuff, um, we'll get to it. So, today we have a special guest. Introduce yourself, brother.
I'm Claudine Wiley, Dover, Delaware. You know,
All right, so Qadim Ali is on here, and we're gonna debate Kendrick versus Drake. And my dark skinned brother stands on the side of Drake.
absolutely, absolutely.
so all right, so let's start this off because all right, so we're gonna break this up into categories, right? So we're gonna start with let's start with what you want to start with. Let me ask you that. What you want to start with?
You got the categories.
Okay,
I'm
all
just
right,
here. I'm just
all right. So let's start with let's start with hits. So we're gonna start
okay.
with hits. So to you, right? The question I have for you is: do you think that Drake has more solo hip hop hits than Kendrick? And if so, why?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I mean, by the numbers.
Okay. So we're going off numbers. So numbers. Okay. So to you, numbers matter. I just want to make sure we got this clear.
They do and they don't. But then you gotta I can also take into consideration like what I hear. Like, and I'm gonna keep it a beam. Like, I got Kendrick in my playlist, but I don't have Drake in my playlist.
Why is that?
As a hip hop artist myself, I don't think him himself is authentic.
You don't think Drake is authentic?
Nah.
So the basis of your argument is you believe Drake is better than Kendrick, but he's just not authentic.
No, 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 no. The argument was that you thought that Kendrick conjured up this scheme to
Okay.
get the hip hop world on
Oh.
this.
Oh. Okay. All right. All right. So okay. So that's what we're talking about here. Okay.
Yeah.
So I want you to. I'm gonna lay out some facts. I want you to debunk my facts.
Okay.
2013, Kendrick drops Control. He said J. Cole, Jay Electronica, Drake, Wale, Tyler Creator, Mac Miller, Meek Mills, um, uh, who else he said? Big Sean,
Big
Big
Sean.
Crit, Big Crit,
Yeah.
and I believe those are all the guys he said. Now, so from there, would you agree that Control flipped the hip hop world upside down?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so out of it, so okay, so from there he went and he did the BET Awards. Would
Hmm.
you say that the BET Awards, when he said tuck a sensitive rapper back in his pajama clothes, do you believe that was a shot at Drake and that he turned? I ain't gonna say turned upside down, but do you believe that was a shot at Drake?
Yeah. I believe he definitely took a shot at Drake.
Okay, now throughout Drake's career, Drake's been taking shots at Kendrick, right? On Kendrick dropped To Pimp a Butterfly. On To Pimp a Butterfly,
Hmm.
he said on King Kunta, he said, "But a rapper with a ghostwriter, what the fuck happened? I swear I wouldn't tell. but most of y'all sharing bars like you was in a 2-man cell, right?
Hmm.
Do you believe he's talking about Drake?
Um, I wouldn't say he's specifically talking about Drake at that time, because I really didn't know the narrative of everything. But I think Drake would definitely be the one to take the blunt force of that because of his popularity and that whole ghostwriting thing came out about with him and Meek Mill.
Well, okay, so let me. All right, so the reason why I asked that question, I understand exactly what you mean when you say that you understand he took the blunt force. The reason why that is the case because before that, Drake took shots at him on 0 to 100, and then Kendrick, when he came out with King Kunta, he basically said, "Well, you got a ghostwriter," and everybody was saying that about Drake. Now, I'm not personally. I don't think Drake has a ghostwriter. I think Drake has a reference writer, but I don't think he has a ghostwriter. When Drake writes his certain flow, the certain flow he
Mm-hmm.
has, you can tell that he wrote that because if you go back to So Far Gone and you go back to Comeback Season, all of those raps are the same. Like the way his pattern of rapping is like kind of like Nas. How Nas has a pattern of rapping is basically the same. So I don't think he has a ghostwriter, but I understand what Kendrick was saying. Now, moving on. Um, Drake, I believe, took a couple of shots. I don't know off the top of my head all these shots because they both was going at each other back and forth. Fast forward to uh what's the song called? The song uh the first person shooter, right? On first person
Right.
shooter, J. Cole said the big three, uh me, Aubrey, or he said K. Dot Aubrey and me, but I'm more like Muhammad Ali. That's what he said, right? Basically saying I'm the best out of the three. Drake said it's only three, and I'm 1 and 2. So basically saying like, nah, it's only me and Cole, and I'm taking your spot. So when Kendrick comes out, Kendrick drops. Now this is remember you just said that Control flipped the hip hop world upside down, right? Kendrick comes out with Like That. He does a verse on Like That. Nobody knew he was on the song because it was a hidden track. He comes out, he does Like That. Before he did Like That, Drake did 4 albums. I believe 3, 4.
Mm-hmm.
Kendrick did 1. That was the Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. That was 2 years ago. So within them 2 years, Drake dropped, I believe, 3 albums within 2 years. He did a
Yeah.
song with the best rapper is J. Cole and himself. They did a song together. Kendrick comes out with a song. He does a verse. He didn't do a song. And the reason why I say he flipped the hip hop world upside down is because the man ain't say nothing for 2 years. He comes and does something, and now everybody has diss tracks now. And you gotta keep in mind, Kendrick hasn't said another word since. He hasn't said anything. Nothing. That's why I say that he flipped the hip hop world upside down because before he was doing it, before he said anything, everybody said hip hop was boring. It was corny. People was Joe Budden podcast saying hip hop was done. Kendrick comes and does that. It's the most talked about. Could you agree with that?
It definitely is. It
Because you don't
definitely
think it you
is.
don't think it flipped hip hop upside down. Why is that?
See, the thing is, at the time you said that, like it was just like, eh. But then like he was like, "Come on my show, we'll talk about it." I said, "All right, cool." Now, now me coming on your show, we got before this everybody named Mother. So I'm gonna tell you now, you definitely was right because now leading up to the show, I'm like, okay, so everybody's going to just go ahead and kill my fight, kill my dog before the fight even happens.
Yeah. So
Yes, it
okay, so
actually,
all right, so you do agree that Kendrick took over the rap game by putting out one verse that was what a minute, not even a minute long, and it's still being talked about. Why do you think that is?
I mean, because it's like you said, like it definitely started a trend. Like even with Easy, Hitman, Chris Brown, Quavo, like they been beefing. Now they want to like it's like now like you said like once J. Cole came and did his thing and apologized, and then Drake came, and then Ross came and Drake came. Like you said, everybody is now trying to trying to trying to get that attention. I don't know, somebody just keeps slamming the doors.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody just like now it's like this is the way to get attention now is to drop
Okay,
a
so
diss record.
you believe that Kendrick started a trend. His trend is more like everybody wants attention now because he did it. That's what you're saying.
I just think that that's how some other artists is viewing it.
Oh, okay, I get what you're saying. So you saying
This
I
time
know
I'm going
exactly
this
what you're saying. You're saying
the,
basically
the attention.
they think that if they can do what he did, it would put them in the space he's in.
Yeah, and it's not gonna happen. I mean, it's been some. And I'm not even gonna lie, like it's definitely been some good, and it's been like lyrics, like
Mm-hmm.
it's been some lyrical exercising going on. It ain't even that
Do you
that
think
drill
like
type
that?
this. You
Do you think like that is still the best out of all the disses?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Like I just been really enjoying it.
Okay, I
I
get what you're
haven't
saying.
really.
All right, I see. So you won't really you're not really looking at it from the point of view of uh it being better. You looking at it like it's a good thing for hip hop. That's what you're saying.
Yeah,
I get what
it's
you're saying.
definitely a good. And then like I said, like and people like are really bringing out their best. I feel at this time,
Okay,
and
so
even
let
getting
me ask you
creative.
this. Now you're a hip hop head, and I know you're a hip hop head. Um,
Absolutely.
what do you think is gonna happen in this battle?
Um, between Cole and Drake.
No, between Drake and Kendrick. Cole bowed
I
out.
mean Drake and Kendrick.
Yeah, no, I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. I'm saying
I just
Cole
though
bowed
they
out.
going to
He bowed out.
yeah Cole bowed out. I ain't mad at him. I'm not mad at him.
I am.
It's,
Yeah,
and
I am
and it's
too.
and it's just the space. Like I understand, like it's the space of the world. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he fully. I think he thinks somewhere it might be getting a little testy, and he just don't even want to really go there at
Oh,
that
okay.
time. So I'm not,
Somebody else said that. Somebody else said.
you know,
Somebody else said that J. Cole dropped out because he think Kendrick is taking this very serious, and he don't
mm,
want to be a part of that. Like he's like, oh
yeah,
no, Kendrick he's taking this to the point where it's serious. Like he's like swinging off on somebody type serious. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
That's what somebody said about J. But I'm gonna say, I think that J. Cole bowing out just lets me know that he's not hungry enough to be number one. Like
Yeah, yeah.
you
You definitely will have to be taken out of the goat to.
yeah,
That's gonna
like
be that's gonna be a limit on you.
definitely it's gonna be very difficult for him to get back up there. He
But
worked
you know
all
what
his
though?
career to get to that point.
But you know what? But it also with me it goes along with how I view J Cole anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually got the reference from Charlemagne the God, and it made sense. And I looked into it. Like I view J Cole as Tim Duncan of hip hop. because Tim Duncan that guy, and he is not in no GOAT talk.
Oh man.
But that 5 rings and everything. So
Damn.
you know,
So you could win a championship and you definitely still ain't considered a GOAT. That's crazy. Um,
yeah.
I
But
see. This is the thing, man. This how I feel
I,
about those dudes, right? And a lot of people might be
but
mad at me for saying this, right?
I really think that at some point that them two guys, I think at some point they'll either them two, them four, them three, however they gonna give us something special together.
Mm-hmm. You
I
think?
just hope it's not.
Okay, so you think that? So this is my theory. This is what I think. Kendrick's not worried about Drake, and the reason why I say that, he's much more mentally strong than Drake. He is the definition of a real artist. He's not moved by nothing. Nothing. Nothing moves him. I think that he sees people talking shit and he knows clearly he's better than these dudes. It's like, well, I know I'm better than you, bro. Like, and you're still talking. So, okay, I'm going to let you talk yourself and then now I'm going to come at you. He showed Drake the power of him. Because, see, Drake has a lot of power. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying he don't. Drake has a lot of power. But Drake has a lot of power through hits. He don't have a lot of power through respect. That's the thing that people got to understand. You see, Drake stopped rapping today, nobody would care. You know what I'm saying? If Drake said, "Oh, I'm not rapping no more," people like, "Oh, Greg, we just danced to your music you made for the last 10 years." They'd be like, "Cool." Nobody's really running down for a Drake feature no more. Like, nobody's doing that. Don't get me wrong. He get on the record and the record's going to blow up. But he's not that golden child he used to be. The big difference between him and Kendrick is that Kendrick has a lot of respect. People call Kendrick the greatest rapper of all time. Even rappers that like Jay-Z and Nas and M, who are still here, and they're saying that he's better than them. Drake could never be in that class. And I'm not shitting on Drake. I'm just saying,
I mean, that's a fact.
if we going off a catalog, right? I could see here and people would say, okay, if they have a versus, Drake would win, right? That's what people would say. Drake would win in the verses, right? But here's the thing.
Songs, I think.
Yeah, well, Drake has over 100 hits, right? But you only can use
Right.
one. So look, if we going off a catalog, Drake's first album versus Kendrick's first album. So Drake's first album is Thank Me Later. Kendrick's first album,
Yeah.
Good Kid, Mad City. Come on. Drake's second album, Take Care. Kendrick's second album, Pimp Butterfly. Come on. Drake's third album, Nothing Was the Same. Kendrick's third album, Damn. Come on. like he and Mr. Moore on the Big Steppers, and I believe Drake's next album after was If You're Reading This Is Too Late. I believe that was his next album after what's the name? And you got Mr. Moore on Big. So Kendrick did 4 albums. Drake did Reading This Too Late. 1,
He got a lot.
3, 4, Views, 5, Scorpion, 6. He got about 9 albums. Kendrick has 4. Well, let's say 5 because Section 80, right? Section 80 to me and Comeback Season may be a tie. I mean, not Comeback Season. So Far Gone. That may be a tie. You know what I'm saying? That's the only tie to me. But outside of that, you got 4 albums compared to your 10. So obviously you've been working tremendously for the last 10 years. You've been dropping albums. And Kendrick dropped 4. And his catalog is better than your whole catalog. I would say one of his albums is better than your catalog. I could name 3 of his albums that's better than your whole catalog. So I think Kendrick has the respect of artists like Andre 3000, Eminem, Jay-Z, Nas, all these people. because they look at him and they say, "Damn, that's how I was. That's how I
Mm-hmm.
was." Like, I don't think they look at Drake that way. They look at Drake
No.
as the pretty boy rapper who's pop and people hate on him and he fucks girls, dudes girls and stuff like that. That's how I think.
Right.
That's what I think. What about you? What you think?
I mean, then like you gotta like for real, like Drake, you know, he does the industry battles. I guess he getting better into a few industry the battles,
Mm-hmm.
but you got to also like some people might not remember. I know it comes up a lot, but Kendrick actually comes from the battle rap
Mm-hmm.
scene
Yeah.
on the ground. So, in being able to make good music and having lyricism and that in your arsenal, like it's different.
Yeah.
It's different than just making. That's why M for real was so good at it because
Yeah.
he actually had a battle rap background in his arsenal, along
Yeah.
with all the other things.
Yeah. That's
So
true.
like,
That's true. I think that Drake battled before too. Yeah, he battled a couple of times. I'll put it to you like this: Drake is ready for this battle more than Kendrick is. I will admit that because this is Drake's last shot to prove that he is that guy. See,
I mean,
Kendrick don't
Drake
have to
pulled
try
out.
hard to beat Drake. He don't have to try hard to beat
He,
Drake.
he he don't have to try hard.
No, Kendrick gonna have to try. All the good music Kendrick has done over the time course, he turned Kendrick can turn it on just like that, and that's what they fear. That's why he like you notice that no rapper has ever said his name except for Drake this one time in that song. And it wasn't even in Push Ups. It was in the Tailor Made, and they deleted that. None of these rappers ever said his name. Not one. Never said Kendrick's name, but he said their names. He said Drake name 3 times. 3 times he said
Yeah.
Drake's name. Drake's never said his name. But now I think it got to the point where Drake's like, well, I gotta end this guy because he is my Nas to my Jay-Z right now. And I'm Jay-Z and he's Nas. And he's not gonna ether me. Cause it's not gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? And I think that that's what he's anticipating. So he's waiting for Kendrick to drop a song because he already knows that he has something crazy for Kendrick. Cause that's it. Everybody wants to hear Drake rap. If Drake do a rap album, just full rap, is classic. Or I'll tell you right there, off the rip, it's gonna be classic. But he don't want to do that. So Kendrick is gonna make him rap. Now, the reason why I say Kendrick ain't worried about Drake, because he knows his power. He dropped a verse and hasn't said 2 words. He got the top guy in the industry making diss tracks and running around like he crazy. The top guy. Why are you chasing me? If I'm not that big of a deal, why are you chasing me? I said something. I've just responded to you dissing me on first person shooter. And now you do 2-3 diss tracks and AI tracks and all types of shit. Doing memes and you on what's the name on Instagram with Compton shirts on and all this stuff. Like, you doing all this for what? If you're not threatened by me, then why are you doing this?
They trying to pull out all the stops.
But what's really bothering a lot of rappers, what's really bothering a lot of people, is Kendrick hasn't said one word, nothing. He ain't say nothing. Nothing. He don't have social media. I believe he don't even have a cell phone, be honest with you. But he ain't saying nothing.
Mm.
And I think that scares Drake. That scares Drake, and I think that scared Cole. Because they know it's coming. They know it's coming. Come on, bro. They know it's coming. And then you got people in their feelings like Lupe Fiasco. He's all in his feelings. I'll battle anybody, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, come on, bro. Nobody's worried about
With
you.
that attention, they want attention.
Nobody's worried about you.
And like everybody, and for real, with that, like that's a crazy lineup. Like some people, you might be nice, but you might not want to step into that fire. That you might not want to get into that crossfire, especially if your career ain't really doing nothing.
See,
It'll really sit.
people think that lyrics is the end all be all. What they gotta understand is lyrics is at least 50% of it. It probably more. But if you're a showman, you don't have to be super lyrical. Rick Ross is not super lyrical. He got Drake out of here with that joint. That joint super fire. He ain't super lyrical. You don't have to be. I think Rick Ross is lyrical. Don't get me wrong. He can turn it on when he want, and he be saying some shit. But he ain't like, he's not no Lupe. You know what I'm saying? Like, Lupe is way over the top. Sometimes he says some things that you don't know what he talking about, and it's like, okay, what are you talking about? I think that a lot of people got to understand, just because you a great lyricist don't mean nothing.
Nah,
you still losing.
It's a lot of lyricists out here that just don't make it.
Yeah, they don't.
It's a lot of, you got to, you know, like you said, showmanship, creativity, and markability also.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes. And versatility. You know what I'm saying? And creativity. If you don't have those, like, what can you say?
You'll be a rhyme fest.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of guys out here that can rap really well, but they can't make a song to save their life. You're like, okay, yeah, make this. No, I don't know how to do that. You know what I'm saying? So, so before we get out of here, so you believe that, what you believe is gonna happen? You think Kendrick gonna do a diss track, or you think Kendrick is gonna wait till he drop an album? What do you think is gonna happen?
I think he'll do another track.
Think he'll do a track? I kind of agree with that.
I think he'll do another track.
I kind of
even if it's like another minute and 29 seconds.
Yeah, you think he gonna do another feature? Oh, okay. I think Kendrick is waiting. I think he's gonna drop something, and it's gonna be a single, and it's gonna be something big. It's not just gonna be a regular joint. I don't think he does everything with a purpose, and I think that whatever he's doing, whatever he's cooking up, he's not gonna drop it unless he knows that it's really fire. He's gonna try to do something that's groundbreaking, like he did with the Heart Part 5 when he did the whole switching up the deep face and all that stuff. I don't think he's gonna drop something unless he knows that it's gonna hit. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, like that is still number one.
And I think that's why Drake even did the AI thing. You know, that was definitely tailored for Kendrick, because you know when he did the flows of like other artists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's more, you know, he that's a bait, John. But like I told you on Facebook, Kendrick still sleep. Drake ain't say nothing that's gonna wake that man up yet. Drake ain't saying nothing because he don't have nothing to say. What can you say about Kendrick that we don't know? Like, if you gonna bring up some shit, and Kendrick said it and he said it in his song. Don't tell a lie on me. I won't tell the truth about you.
It's my favorite saying.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So Drake knows that he can't make up a lie. He has to rap with this guy, and this guy's like, "You're not. You gotta rap with me? Come on, bro. I'm not even worried about you. Like, you're not. You're good as a rapper, but you don't have the stuff that I have. Like, I'm really like Rigor Mortis and Good Kid, Mad City, and all these songs. Like, come on, bro. You can't rap with me. Love Game, and nah, you can't rap with that dude. But anyway, man, thank you for coming on, brother. We appreciate you. You know what I'm saying?
He ain't said nothing.
Oh, my partner now, because I told him that me and you was debating. I thought we was debating.
I lost the debate before we got here.
Though.
I lost the debate.
This whole debate was between you guys. You know what I'm saying? I would have, if it was something that really stood out to me, I would have definitely chimed in and said something. But I was leaving you guys to delegate amongst y'all about the whole situation.
Yeah, man. But it is what it is.
Absolutely.
But like I said, man, thank you for coming on, brother. We appreciate you, man.
Man, thank you, Kings, man. Y'all have a blessed day, man. I'm a blessing and healing energy to both of y'all.
Hey man, thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
We got to get
Appreciate
into
it.
that, man.
Appreciate it.
See y'all. Peace.
No doubt.